Hello everyone, this is Ray Cabrera with my first review of cases, phone cases, specifically for my Galaxy S8 Plus. For those that own the Galaxy S Plus, know that this phone is glass on both sides, and you do need to put some protection on it. Me being a person that likes carbon fiber, have been on a quest, I would say, to find the best carbon fiber cases so that I can protect my phone. I have 5 here that I would say are very nice cases and that I want to review really quickly. I'm hoping that this review may help others in their quest to find the right cases. And I'd like to start off with first here, the Pitaka. The Pitaka is a very minimalist case made from Aramid. It's a material. It's a material that's used to make bulletproof vests. It's intertwined and woven. It's actually I don't know how it's 0.25 millimeters thin. It's very thin material, and as you can see there, but somehow they're able to put 2 metal plates in there, and this actually has a mount where you can mount this in your car, a magnetic mount. But because the plates are interwoven on the top and the bottom, leaves the center open and allows you to also charge your phone on a mount, on a charging mount. So again, for fast charging, it's great. But you will notice this is a minimalist case. It's not meant to protect your phone. It's meant more to help it from scratches and small dings on the back. So let's take a look at this one really quick. Let me polish this real quick. Take a look at it. And you'll see here, it's a nice, gives it a nice look. You got that carbon fiber look. Again, it's a tough material, heat resistant. It's not bulletproof, so don't shoot it. But it is a material that will definitely save your phone from scratches, dings, nicks. You see, it's open on the sides where the buttons are exposed, and it doesn't go up high enough where you can actually lay your phone down on the table. When you lay it down on the table, you're actually laying it on the glass itself. So for that reason, you need to lay the phone. You need to lay the phone on its backside. This is a very nice case. If you're looking for something that's minimal, I recommend this one. It's a beautiful case. Like I said, it's very thin. Now next, I have Simply Carbon Fiber case. And Simply Carbon Fiber actually puts real carbon fiber in their case. Again, it's another minimalist case, very thin, meant to protect your phone from scratching in the back. This has more protection on the sides, none on the top and the bottom. And you'll see when you put this one in, it pops right in. And it gives you the protection on the sides. This is a nice feeling rubber. It won't slip in your hands. But the thing with this phone, let me shine it so you can see. The carbon fiber on this just really pops out in the reflection of the light. You can see how it just looks beautiful. But this phone again does not have any protection on the face. When you lay it down, you're actually laying it on the glass. So I wouldn't recommend this phone for laying it on the glass unless you have a screen protector. You have to lay this phone on its backside. Again, it's a minimalist case. It's not meant to protect your phone from falls. It's probably going to protect you from small scratches, maybe small drops on a table. But it's not meant to fall. It's not meant to protect your phone from drops. I would say 2 to 3 feet, 4 feet high. But if you're going out and you want to have a nice looking case, I recommend this. Next, I have a case from Spigen. This is the rugged armor. This is from their line. This is the one in their line that does have some carbon fiber strips on top and the bottom. These are etched in, I think, I believe, computerized. I don't know. It's engraved somehow into the rubber, into the TPU rubber. This is a matte finish TPU with the what you call carbon fiber strip like etching on top and the bottom, which gives it a nice look to a plain cover. This one here, you'll notice, has a little bit more protection, has a little bit more lift on top and the bottom. And when you pop your case in on this case, you will notice there is a little lip there, a little more protection. This one does have the Spigen air pocket protection. It is graded to protect from falls. This I would call a medium grade protection phone. It's not a heavy duty protection. I don't know how much it would protect your phone from a fall on cement, but I think from minor bumps and drops, again, this would be more protective because it does have the lips and it does wrap around, and it does have the air pockets. It does say mil spec. It's a mil spec rating, so I believe 510, so means it should withstand a 4-foot drop. But again, I don't know. It does feel light. It feels good in the hands. It's, out of all the cases, this one feels probably the best in the hands. You can see that this one you can put face down and not worry about damaging the glass. So if it does fall flat down this way, you can, you could be assured it's not going to damage your glass or crack it. And you can see the look of the carbon fiber here. It does look nice. Again, you can see as you compare them, the more matte woven finish, the high gloss finish, and this one's more of a matte finish with some carbon fiber accents. Next is a phone. This one I just received today from Elixir, and it's the Elixir X-Duo carbon fiber case. This one does come with 3 colors. You can get this is actually a duo case, so that means that you can take this apart. It's actually 2 parts. It's tough to get in and out. I just leave it as one. It's easier this way. But it does come in gold, silver, and gray. This is the dark gray. And you will see that this one also has an etched in carbon fiber on a TPU. This one, on top of the Spigen, does offer this hard plastic band around to kind of keep it all together. It's the only thing extra. Besides that, they're pretty much the same thickness. I think the Spigen's probably a little tougher, thicker. They're pretty close to the same. You see the height on these are pretty much the same. The only thing that's added on this one is the exterior band holding it together, I guess, to give it that little extra protection. And this, again, this is the carbon fiber back does give it a nice look. This was, again, like the Spigen, probably more protection than these two, like the Spigen. I would put this more middle of the ground protection, where you get no drop protection at all on these. Well, you probably get some medium protection on these and still get a nice looking case. But you can see the carbon fiber. I think the carbon fiber on this one here, the look, I like more than the Spigen. If I had to compare both, they're both very similar cases. I like that that the cutout here is raised, so when you lay it down, it's not laying on the carbon fiber, so you won't ruin the finish. Whereas the Spigen is inset a little bit, so you won't ruin it. It actually goes in a little bit here. This one here, this pops out, which is good also when you do when you have the fingerprint sensor. You can kind of find your way around because of that little lip. But you see, it does have a nice look to it. I like it. And again, all the ports and cutouts on these things are precise. You don't have nothing to worry about. And that's something I noticed on each one of these phones, is that the buttons, they're very easy. None of them are hard to compress, or I've had any issues with them. So across the board, that's all good. These don't even have buttons. These are open. These two here having the buttons are very easy to compress, so no issues there. Now I get to the last one, and the last one is one that I also received recently, and this is the X-Doria Defence Lux. And I gotta tell you, this one here impressed me the most because of the way it's made. This one here is made from a machined, CNC machined aluminum, which is something I've done for a living. I program these machines, and it's an anodized aluminum. This whole part here is all an anodized aluminum, and it doesn't add that much more bulk. I was feeling the weight. It is slightly heavier. This one here, you will notice though, the X-Doria Defence Lux has a nice, this is a falx leather on the back that's been impressed with a carbon fiber look to it, which looks really nice. And you see it goes all around, and it ends here on an angle, and it has like a matte finish here where it says Defense. This one here has been rated and drop tested. From when you look at the case, it says that it's rated at where was that? Yeah, 3 meters. So you're talking about 10 feet. So this one, it says certified to survive 10 feet drops on concrete. So it exceeds military standards 810, which is I believe 48 inches 24 times or 26 times. So out of the whole bunch, I would say this is probably the best protection you're going to get. I wouldn't necessarily drop it 10 feet on concrete, but you know that you have something that could probably withstand a more significant fall. You can see the air pockets in this one here for to absorb the shock. This one has like a rigid, it seems like the aluminum goes up the sides, and it's covered in the rubber here. If it's a firm rubber, it just gets soft where the buttons are. So it seems like the rubber, there's a cut out there, the aluminum where the rubber is, and everything else is very firm. This does go in very firmly into the case. Once you pop it in, it's in. It does, you know, to pop it out, you gotta pull it back and pop it out through the screen. You can see it does have the lines in there for observation on the back. It's a slightly thicker in the back than all of these. So if it falls on the back, you see you're going to get a little bit more protection on the back than the rest of these cases. This one has something neat in it also. I noticed, let me put it in so you can take a look. Let's see, once it pops in, it's in. This is a stiff case. This is rubber all the way around, but it seems like the rubber is covering the steel except where the buttons are exposed. Now, so you'll notice how the sound comes up through here and not through the bottom. So when you hold it like this, you get this, and you're watching a video, you get the sound coming towards you. If you're watching a video like this, you have the sound coming towards you. This one here is good with the cases. You see it does leave a little space all around the borders. I'm using currently the Skinomi, and it's the film membrane. That's what I'm using on here. When I use the Spigens, they tend to lift up my cases, but you can see this is a solid case. And I like the look of that carbon fiber. Again, I like the machined, the anodized aluminum machine look. One knock on this, I wish it was a little smoother right here on that ridge. You know, it seems a little rough. I would have smoothed it out a little bit more. You see the branding there, ExToria. Over here you see the defense. Again, this is made to be, I would say, it's not an otter case. It's not a bulky case, but it is a little bit thicker than these, especially on. So you can see how thick this is. Really thin. Yeah, these are really thin compared to this one. This one you can see it gives you a little bump there, and it does feel good in the hand. It still feels a little bit heavier, the phone, than the other ones. If I had to choose two, these would be the two I use. You can see the backs look very similar. One is just more heavy duty than the other one. But if I had to choose one out of these two, this would be the one. I can go both ways. I can go sexy with heavy duty. This one, I think this phone cover case gives you the best all-around protection. And if that's what you're looking for, this is the one you want. I hope this review helps you in making a decision. And have a good day.